Is AI quietly making us less intelligent? What if the very tool meant to make us smarter is slowly switching our brains off? The more we depend on AI tools like ChatGPT, the more we outsource thinking itself. Over time, that dependence may be weakening our own intelligence. This is an uncomfortable truth to confront, especially for someone like me. For more than 2 years, I've used AI extensively and openly promoted it, but recent scientific research is becoming harder to ignore. We believed AI would amplify human intelligence. Instead, growing evidence suggests the opposite may be happening when AI is used passively. Let's start with a simple test of memory. 10 years ago, how many phone numbers did you know by heart? 5, 7, at least 2 or 3. Now think about today. How many do you remember? Probably 1. Maybe 2. Not because your brain became weaker, but because your phone took over the task. The same thing happened with navigation. A decade ago, people remembered routes, landmarks, and carried mental maps of their cities. Today, most people open Google Maps and follow instructions without thinking. These conveniences seem minor, but they reveal something much bigger. Studies show that people who rarely rely on GPS, such as professional taxi drivers, have a larger and more developed hippocampus. This is the part of the brain responsible for memory, learning, and imagination. Navigation is only one task. Now imagine AI tools that write essays, generate code, make business decisions, and produce ideas instantly. This raises an important question. If AI thinks for us, what happens to our ability to think? Over the past year, several major studies have explored this question. These studies do not prove that AI permanently reduces intelligence. Most are short-term and show correlation, not causation. What they reveal is a growing risk when AI replaces effort instead of supporting it. In a 2025 study by the MIT Media Lab, participants were asked to write essays using different tools. Some used ChatGPT, some used Google Search. Others wrote entirely on their own. Their brain activity was measured using EEG scans. The group using ChatGPT showed significantly lower sustained cognitive engagement compared to the other groups. Over time, many participants stopped actively thinking and relied on copying AI output. When asked to explain their own work, they struggled to do so. Participants who wrote independently retained full understanding. Google users fell somewhere in between. Another study conducted by Microsoft and Carnegie Mellon analyzed hundreds of knowledge workers. Those who trusted AI the most engaged in less critical thinking showed weaker independent problem solving and shifted their focus from reasoning to automation. A larger study involving hundreds of participants revealed a similar pattern. Higher passive AI reliance was associated with lower critical thinking scores. This effect was strongest among younger users. This pattern is explained by cognitive offloading. When we hand our thinking processes to machines, our brains reduce effort. Concerns about technology are not new. When writing was first introduced, philosophers warned it would weaken memory. They were wrong. Writing improved thinking. The same fear appeared with calculators. Later research showed calculators were not harmful. Misuse was. So what is different now? In 2011, researchers identified a phenomenon known as digital amnesia. When people know information is always available online, they stopped storing it internally. The brain remembers where to find information instead of remembering the information itself. Navigation apps accelerated this effect. Navigation is one of the most mentally demanding tasks humans perform. It strongly activates the hippocampus. When navigation is removed, that brain region weakens. The hippocampus is not only used for directions, it is essential for memory, imagination, reasoning, and connecting ideas. Now apply this effect to AI. The human brain represents only 2% of body weight, yet it consumes about 20% of total energy. It is designed to conserve energy. When the brain detects a reliable external system handling complex thinking, it reduces its own effort. Learning, however, requires effort. Without struggle, repetition, mistakes, and friction, the brain does not develop. The group most affected by this shift is beginners, students, new employees, anyone building foundational skills. AI now automates the early work that traditionally builds expertise. Writing essays, summarizing information, basic coding, routine analysis. Without this phase, strong mental models never form. Without fundamentals, it becomes difficult to evaluate whether AI outputs are correct. This does not mean AI should be rejected. AI offers clear benefits: higher productivity, faster access to information, lower barriers to opportunity. The solution is not avoidance. The solution is active use. The problem is not AI itself. The problem is passive reliance. When AI replaces effort, thinking weakens. When AI supports effort, thinking improves. Just as the body weakens without physical exercise, the brain declines without cognitive challenge. This understanding led to the creation of brain training experiences inside AI. The goal is not to replace thinking, but to strengthen it. These tools focus on memory, attention, mental math, decision-making, and vocabulary. More reasoning-based challenges are being developed, including systems where AI guides thinking instead of providing instant answers. The goal is simple. AI should make you stronger, not dependent. Use AI to accelerate work, but do not abandon writing, calculating, reasoning, struggling, or thinking deeply. The human brain is not fragile, but it is trainable. Use it, and it will grow stronger. Outsource everything, and it will not. Choose wisely.